Well, it would appear that Funimation has a bit of a issue with their voice actors. I don't know what it is about voice acting. It's probably just a small group of a community that is much larger than I think it is. But it just seems like there are a lot of crazy people that do voice acting. Far left radicals and creepy people seem to convene in this niche community where there's a hive mind of personal politics and others. Now, Chris Thurman has worked for Funimation for some time now, best known for work on Attack on Titan, Black Clover, Tokyo Ghoul, and a wide variety of other topics. If we look at shows that he's been on, a certain Scientific Railgun, ID Invaded, Stars Align, Cautious Hero, You Know, A Girl, Chance Love at the Bottom of This World, 2019, Copcraft, Black Clover, Midnight Occult, Civil Servants, so much. Attack on Titan, obviously, for 2 years. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of voice work. All right? Now, what if I told you that Chris Thurman has a bit of an issue with accidentally. I know this probably happens to you all the time. Have you ever accidentally sent a picture of your junk to somebody? I mean, it hasn't happened to me, but I assume, just like with Chris Evans, it must happen all the time. Chris Thurman, who is Bebop86 and Funimation voice actor, had sent pictures of himself, and we know what that is, to someone who was 15. Chris Thurman, aka Bebop86, is a voice actor as well as a musician. Chris Thurman is currently platformed by Funimation and working on various music projects with well-known artists such as Lolia Official. Now, I want to put this out there, all right? These are not simple claims. These have been confirmed by Chris himself. This post, however, appears to be written by or using the particular language of cancel culture, which I don't condone. He is also known on the side as an accidental spicy picture sender, sending this to unsuspecting females. We only have 2 instances on record. Sorry, we only have on record 2 instances of which he's done this. Both were, quote, accidental, but evidence and receipts were shown prove that this could have happened many more times. Well, 2 is all that I'm interested in because that's all that you have proof of. One victim of this was 15. A girl of whom was 15. Chris sent images to her on accident. Here you'll see the receipts from them with their names blocked out respectively to protect them. You won't actually see the spicy pictures in question. The context follows in this twit longer. They are formerly known as Girl A and Girl B. Girl A is the first known instance of this. Not only did he send the picture in question, but after pulling the OMG, how did this happen? I didn't mean to send it card, he persisted in talking to her about his mega schlong in an effort of inflating his ego. After finding out that they weren't of age, he continued to persist. He even flexed his position with Funimation to try and impress her. Girl B is the known instance of this happening. While Girl B passed it off as accidental and tried to let it topic go, Chris ended up bringing it up again a month later. It seems like he does this to say like, oopsie doopsie poopsie. Did you see something you like? Did you see something you like maybe? That just felt really weird. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry I did that. If you know someone or has had this happen, you can DM us privately. The fact that Chris uses leverage with Funimation to try and take advantage of people, it makes him an absolute risk, especially with him being involved with, I don't know what that type of community is, a lot of which are female as well. And you can see here there's a Google Drive full of the information, which I have obviously taken a look at, and it seems legit. Normally, this would be the part where I say we really need to wait. We really need to see the whole story. Well, Chris Thurman admits it. He himself says, I have no rebuttal. I have no defense. It's all there. It happened. Wasn't an accident. All I can really say is that I'm deeply sorry for how uncomfortable I made them feel. I was in a very... Oh my God, he actually said I was in a dark place. He used it. He legitimately used the I was in a dark place excuse for sending these type of pictures to people who didn't want them. I was in a very dark place in this time after a near decade-long relationship ended. Doesn't matter. You did it. You admitted you did it. And one of these instances was against the law. Now, he goes on to say, still inexcusable. I had a long stint of doing this. Even with old high school friends on Facebook, I have since stopped this and moved on from that terrible place in my life. All I can really do is take my lashings. I completely understand the disgust towards me. I've been trying to be a better human every day. Just please don't go after the collaborators I've worked with. This isn't fair to them. They didn't know about this. Well, this is a tough one. If there wasn't like a 15-year-old involved or something, this would probably be something more forgivable. Now, they say he didn't know, but obviously this is a risk you take when you're sending these type of images unsolicited to people. I mean, that's what happens, right? I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, when you're willing to put it out there like that, somebody who doesn't know you don't know or something like that, you know, that's going to consume this content. And, you know, unfortunately for Chris, who has me pre-blocked on Twitter, so I don't really know what's going on. But you see here, July 24th, he needs some help ASAP to help with the bills. I'm experienced voice actor and music composer, sound designer. DMs are open. Just a few months later, it finds out, you know, it's out that, well, this isn't exactly a good person. Interestingly enough, really, the internet hasn't really picked up on this. And it's probably fine. You know, I don't know if he's using Funimation, I think, as a angle for this. It's probably worth Funimation taking a look at, especially with all the things that they've said about Vic Mignogna. Now, I haven't been able to at least publicly connect Chris Thurman with the Kick Vic movement, so I won't throw that in his face. And ultimately, people make mistakes. Is it possible that he really didn't know that the one person was 15? Yes, it's possible. However, the actions and the receipts kind of seem improbable. They seem like he at least at some point did know and seemed fine furthering that communication. What's the right punishment for this kind of stuff? I don't know. When you're talking about, you know, someone who's 15, you know, that's actual, you know, that's a law we're talking about there. Whether or not that gets pursued, I don't know. Do I want this person's life ruined for making one mistake? Of course not. But it's not exactly high quality behavior. And it's more interesting because it's just another Funimation employee who seems to have some proclivities to being not exactly the best person. So maybe Funimation has a bit of projection problems inside their walls. I don't know. This is just a bad state all around. You know, Chris, I assume since this story is developing, this just happened on the 18th of October yesterday. I'm assuming if more people come forward, I will continue to update this. Please do not contact him directly. If you are somebody who's been affected by him, I think this particular Twitter account at Chris Exposing probably is a decent place to send your information. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.